Welcome to episode 240 of the 2-Minute Warning. Today I'm looking at the Miami Dolphins missing the NFL playoffs. Tough loss for the Miami Dolphins today. I thought the Bills would beat them, but for the Bills to go on and beat the Miami Dolphins by 30 points, winning 56-26 was very surprising to me, especially when some people consider the Miami Dolphins a top 5, top 3 defense in the league, have an amazing coaching staff from Brian Flores and a great rookie in Tua Tagovailoa. But what does this mean? What's wrong with the Dolphins? Do they have potential in the future years, etc.? Tua, I'm a little concerned for him just because the Dolphins are in a way babysitting him is the best way I could put it. As anytime he has a bad game, they throw in Ryan Fitzpatrick and hope he could save the day. I got to give him credit. They stuck with Tua today, stuck with the loss, allowed him to, I don't want to say earn the loss, but any other loss this season, they kind of said, Tua, sit your ass down. Let's see what Ryan can do. They didn't babysit him today. So I do like seeing that. I hope they continue to do that. Ryan Fitzpatrick is a free agent, so we're not even sure if the Dolphins re-sign him. So I think if the Dolphins could just stick with Tua, let him take his losses, let him learn from the losses, he can get better. He's not going to get better if every time he does bad, you just yank him. So, but if we just look at the Dolphins being 10-6, just missing the playoffs, tough loss, tough situation, missing the playoffs, that 10-6 record, especially with the playoff system adding an extra seeding this year, definitely tough overall. But Dolphins in future years, I think, has great potential to be an amazing team. I'm not necessarily a number one Fins fans is what I mean. Miami Dolphins aren't my favorite team, but they're definitely a top 3 favorite team of mine. I'm a Tampa fan. I live in Florida. I go to UF. I just like rooting for Florida teams between Tampa, Miami, and Jacksonville. That sounds like bandwagoning. Sounds like I'm a bandwagon, but outside of this year, neither the Dolphins, Bucks, or Jaguars have really been relevant in the past 10 years in all seriousness. So therefore, you can't really call me a bandwagon too much. So, but looking at the Dolphins, yes, they're 10-6. Yes, they took a tough loss missing the playoffs. However, they have the number 3 overall pick in the NFL draft, in the 2021 NFL draft, via trade from the Houston Texans when they traded Laramie Tunsil, I believe just a year ago. So, having a arguably playoff team without any additions in the offseason, you have an amazing coach, an amazing defense, and a solid rookie quarterback to have faith in the number 3 overall pick. I think there's no way the Miami Dolphins don't make the playoffs next year. I mean, at the number 3 pick, you could do a lot of things. Number 1 and number 2 are more than likely going to go Justin Fields, and Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, I think, will go number 1. So the first 2 picks will be quarterbacks, and really the number 3 pick, Dolphins pick, could be anything they want, whether it be on defense, picking up the best corner in Patrick Surtain and taking their defense from a top 5 defense to a top 3 or number 1 defense in the NFL, or whether it being drafting, I know his name, the Oregon offensive tackle, Penei Sewell, I don't know how to pronounce it, you guys know what I mean, the Oregon tackle, draft him and give Tua just a little bit more protection, and that could produce just an extra win to take them to the playoffs, or draft the best receiver in the draft, whether it be Devontae Smith from Alabama or Jamar Chase from LSU, wherever you want. Give him another weapon to throw to besides Devontae Parker and Mike Gesicki. Myles Gaskins, I guess you could draft Najee Harris if you wanted to. I think Myles Gaskins is good enough to keep his position. He's doing well for the Dolphins. So, Dolphins have a lot of potential at the number 3 pick, whether it be adding an offensive weapon, adding protection, or adding to the defense, or even something outside of those 3 spots that I'm not thinking of, whether it be a defensive end of some kind. I think at the number 3 pick, any addition they add will be the next step that could take them not only from just missing the playoff team, but a playoff team that can make a deep run and win several playoff games and maybe a Super Bowl run in the future. So, between having an amazing coach, an amazing defense, rookie quarterback, and some cap space, not like a huge amount, but having a rookie quarterback not eat up your entire salary, you can sign somewhat of, I don't want to say huge free agent, or they may trade for Julio Jones from the Falcons. They have the cap space and the assets to make a big move this offseason, I think. Become from not only just missing the playoff team, but a deep playoff run team. I like their potential. I like the foundation they have. I do think if they had to work on one thing, it would be their receiving core and the protection. That defense is one of the best in the NFL. Brian Flores is special. He's one of the Bill Belichick offensive, defensive coordinator. One of his coordinators that have really branched out and become amazing. Being under the wing of Bill Belichick, we saw Matt Patricia, the former defensive coordinator for Bill Belichick and the Patriots, go and coach the Lions and become a disaster there. However, Brian Flores is doing amazing. So, like I said, between the defense, between the coach, between this talent and Tua, I'm not saying don't re-sign Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think he's one of the best backups in the league, but don't just throw him in because Tua's performing bad every single game. If Tua truly sucks, yeah, start Ryan Fitzpatrick. But if he's just throwing an interception and he's looking like he can't win the game, don't just throw in Ryan Fitzpatrick. Let Tua learn from the loss. So I think Ryan Fitzpatrick to re-sign is a good move, but don't babysit Tua anymore. Capitalize off of this number 3 pick. If it's trading it is even the right move, if someone is desperate to get Zach Wilson, the 3rd best quarterback in the draft, trade it. And if it's the right price, it's the right price. If you get an extra first round out of it. Just whatever you do, make sure this number 3 pick counts and could be the reason you go from a team that barely misses a playoff team to a team that could be in the talks of a Super Bowl. I like the Miami Dolphins' future. Tough loss this season, but it is what it is. Worry about your future, not the past. Finn's got potential. Tua's got potential. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Any other videos you want to see, 2-minute warning.